What's up, guys? It's your boy, Reese Boy. I'm having egg for the first time, guys, in a long time, but it's an egg white with some ground turkey. Shout out to Porlo Tropical. I hope you guys liked that video. Me and John ate Porlo Tropical. Right now, I'm uploading a Dick's Sporting Goods video, guys. My first time to Dick's Sporting Goods with Jama TV. So go check that out, guys. Tell me what you guys think. Hold on, let me add Mrs. Dash. A little bit of Mrs. Dash. Okay. I'm trying to get this egg. We didn't say grace. And dear God, bless this food and bless this time in His name. Amen. We have Cody. No tea today. I'm going to get some today when I go out with Jama. I'm going to get my groceries. I got my tea. So, I'm going to tell you guys the perks having a disability, guys, okay? And the downfall at... I almost said at 29 years old. No, at 31 years old, about to be 32. The one downfall, but it's not really a downfall because as I get older, maybe when I was like 18 or 19, when all my friends were graduating, going off to college, they were moving in with their best friends. They were at 16, 17, they were getting their license and getting cars for their Sweet 16 or for graduation present. And they were all working. For my graduation, because I was such a sociable person and I loved having fun, my mom and dad were like, well, we're not going to buy you a car because you can't read that good and you don't have a license. I looked at it like I'm probably never going to get a car. Look how much life has changed. Because right now my dad is working on me getting my permit, getting comfortable driving enough. And then after I get my permit, have my permit for like, I forget how many months. Then go for my then you get your license. Then, but even with my permit, he says he'll help me buy a car. Because he helped all 6 kids buy a car. Well, all 5 kids. I would make, well, my younger brother makes 6, but because I'm the second youngest, I make 5 and then my brother makes 6. I don't know why they had to get him, but whatever. I mean, I'm thankful that they got him because I had a best friend growing up. So until we started hating each other, but that's on me. That was not on him. I'm the one who started pulling away from him and getting my own friends. And that's probably what started the rift because he was jealous and he missed his best friend. But anyways, that's a different story for a different time. And I saw one of my fans was like, can you get your brother on your channel? I don't think he will ever come on my channel, so I doubt it. But maybe. But, never say never. So anyways, what I got for graduation was, I remember my mom asked me, she's like, do you want to go to prom? Do you want to go to prom? Do you want to go to homecoming? We'll go all out. We'll get you the tuxedo. We'll get you the corsage for the girl. We'll get the limo, whatever. And the year that I graduated, they were all going to Universal Studios and getting a hotel room, and everyone was, having fun and partying all night long. It was going to be like all night. We did they shut down the whole park for our school because we were the best school at that time and had like the most undefeated football team, basketball team, soccer team, bowling team, golf team, baseball. Like we were just undefeated. And so to show their appreciation to us for being a good team, they shut down the whole park for just us. So anyway, I broke up with my girlfriend a week before prom, so I didn't go with her. And then I found out that I could have took someone over 21, so I could have took my sisters, who everybody had a crush on anyways, to come with me, or I could have took my mom or my aunt or my grandma. My grandma was mad cool. Everyone loved my grandma. So I could have took her, or I could have took one of my best friends from church that were like 21 and older. But no, I ended up just not taking, I just didn't go. And I regretted it because all my friends were texting me pictures and, you know, I didn't know how to text at that time. All I said was, hey, call me or something like that. So they were like, we're not going to call you on prom night. Or they called me and they would be like, yo, where you at? Why didn't you come? We'll come pick you up. We'll come pick you up. So I ended up going not to prom. I ended up going to the after parties and then going to Universal with a bunch of my friends. And I remember Nelly the rapper came and sang because he was there. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'll tell you that story later too. When I met Nelly. So the downfall of my disability was I didn't get a car. I wasn't working. I graduated with a special diploma and I still lived at home. Cut to now at 31 years old, I'm still living at home. I don't have my car yet. I don't even have my license yet. But I'm just getting my life over again. I'm just starting my life again. Well, I got a reset on life and I'm so thankful for that. Because God could have just took me out and said, okay, you're done. You don't want to listen, you're done. But he didn't. He said, there's something big in your life coming and I feel it. And he keeps telling me that. I don't know what it is. If it's going to be big with YouTube, big with something else. But the other downfall of having a disability is you have hurdles that you have to go over in life. Like there's different things. Like you can't hook up. Well, depending on what type of disability you have, you could do this. But me, I want to get lost in a book. I want to sit there and read the book for hours and hours and hours a day. Because TV is starting to get boring to me. Netflix is starting to get boring to me. And YouTube gets boring sometimes too. But I can't do that because I'd be like, "Huh," and trying to read. And it would just be annoying. Like, it would be frustrating. Even though. But then, the good things about having a disability is you get SSI. Some people get $700. Some people get more money. Some people get 2 checks. Depending on what the situation is that they can live on for the rest of their life. Where they get a nice apartment, a nice car, whatever. And then you get food stamps. Food stamps are for people who can't work. So they have to get food stamps that helps them get food and stuff like that. But then you have people who are like, well, I'm paying for your food stamps and you're lazy as heck. Like that, I don't like, because it's not like I want to hear that, because there's certain people that have said that to me, like, well, I pay for this and you're so lazy. It's like, first of all, some of the people that are on food stamps have no other choice. They have to be on food stamps because they have a disability or they're disabled or they just have to be on it, you know, or they get on it because their child has a disability and it's to help their child, you know, or it's a single mother who the job that she has doesn't pay enough for her to get food for her kids. So she has to get on food stamps. So when people try to look down on it, I hate that. That makes me so angry. Because it's not always for, like it was when it first came out, where people used to sell them just for drugs or alcohol or whatever. Or for other stuff that I can't say on YouTube. That's not what it's always for. But me, I've had food stamps for about, I want to say 4 years, 5 years. I think I want to say 5 years. I want to say 4 years. I've had it for 4 years. I finished, guys. It was done. I think I can only eat egg whites now. I can't eat the yellow one. So we'll see. Because if my stomach hurts in a minute, we'll know. But, and then the other things is that you get to be on like different stuff for the rest of your life because of having a disability. But at the same time, it does hinder you from, that's a big word, from doing stuff that you want to do. You know, like, I don't know if I'll ever be fully at a good job like normal people would be without a disability. Or will always be looked down on that I have to have this type of job because I have a disability. Like, the type of jobs that they want to give people with disabilities really, 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 really make me frustrated. Like, they want us to clean toilets Empty trash cans, excuse me. Empty trash cans, pick up trash on the side of the road, pick up trash at the parks, clean the floors. Like, that's not fair. Like, we're not your maid and we're not your butler. And I understand that that's what only some people can do. Some people, that's all they can do. And even that's hard to get them to clean something or whatever, just depending on what your disability is, you know? But me, all the opportunities that I've had in my life because of my disability have made me think, no, Matthew, you're way much more than just what this paperwork says. Like, there's so much more that you can do in your life. And don't let some stupid paperwork say that you can only clean toilets and whatever. And that's why a part of me was like, you need to start a YouTube channel because you need to prove to all the haters that you can do it no matter with your disability or without your disability. Because if I didn't have a disability, I don't think I would be so like just outgoing and a different person. I think that I'd be very closed off, especially dealing with like depression and anxiety. And then I would have had like probably more issues because I would have, known how to read really good, would be able to get the stuff that I want, would be able to probably lie more to get like the different things that I want to help cope with my disability. I probably would have been in a whole lot more trouble. I probably wouldn't even be alive still because there's stuff that I probably would have done because I would know how to read. So actually this disability's kind of saved my life too. But yeah, if I think about that, that's kind of probably what would have happened. I probably would have been worse off than where I am right now. I probably wouldn't even be here. But so there's perks and there's bad parts of having a disability. There's parts where you feel like no one ever understands you and feels like they have to break it down and say it to you about 100 times. And it's so annoying because it's like you heard them the first time. Or then there's good perks where there are people who totally accept you for who you are and know that you might have a little problem understanding, but it's so tiny. And they can still see that like, you're okay. Like even with Jama, like when Jama met me, Jama was like, your problem is not you, it's in the home, but you still have a little issues that, are easy to fix. And that's what she's done in the 6 years. We figured out it's 6 years, not 9 years. 6 years that we've known each other. And when people get jealous of us, I don't understand why people get jealous. It's like, what's wrong with two people being super, super, super close? You see it all the time. What's wrong with that? They don't have to be dating. They don't have to be anything. They can just be best friends. I hate that everyone, and they even do it to like, if we were super, super famous, people would be trying to put us together all the time. People would probably have secret accounts that we're dating. Like, no, she's married. I'm not a homewrecker, and that would never happen. We're best friends. We're like family, like 100% family. Like, if I have a kid, they're going to call her Auntie Jama, and her daughter calls me Uncle Matt. So it's like, and her family members call me Uncle Matt. So it's like, that's not going to change, Everybody calls me Uncle Matt. When they get that close to me, I'm always the uncle. I'm always the uncle. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't, even though I have real nieces and nephews, but I consider them my real nieces and nephews too. So it doesn't even matter. But I hate when people always try to say, well, why are they so close? That's so weird. Da, 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 da. It's like, no, it's not. It's normal. It happens. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was, I'm so sad that the Dalton twins are done with YouTube. It's like, I didn't even get to work with them yet. Like, they're still going to do their broadcast that I really don't pay attention to. But I'm just sad about that because it's like, they said I don't know what their next project is. I know that they wanted to help people with disabilities, and they're like really the first YouTubers that I've ever heard say that. A lot of other YouTubers, I don't see them doing that. They could be using their platforms for good. Not only for disabilities, just for like everybody in general. Like, there's so many different stories that they could be telling and documenting. Like, I remember when Brendan Taylor was doing a lot of stuff for people that were homeless and feeding them and bringing them in his cars and talking to them and trying to figure out like, why are they homeless? And I'm thinking like, I don't want to copy him, but that's like kind of what me and Jama want to do. We want to help homeless people and do documentaries. And that's like literally what we're thinking about doing, because there's a lot in Orlando, Florida. Or go to some of these shelters and just sit up like a whole mukbang and like talk to them and get like, just hear them out, It might be like 2 or 3 hours long, but still like, we really want to do that. Because it's not that much money to go buy like a whole 2 or 3 pizzas and sit them on a table and just sit in the park and talk to people. With like chips and soda and all that stuff for them, so they can drink and eat and whatever, and just talk to them and just ask them if it's okay if we film and do it like once a week or something. So like we feed most of the people in Orange County, not most of them because Orange County is big, but try to, at least on this side. But yeah, I can't believe that they're done because I've watched them from the day that they started on Vine, and then they went to YouTube, and then they blew up on YouTube, and their channel was funny. But we'll see what their next chapter is. But I don't know, guys. I just feel like a disability does change you for the better and sometimes for the worse. You know, like some people take their disabilities and they just let it control their life and they never change. Like they don't even try to fight their way out of it. But then there are people who fight so hard to the point where they end up on a TV show or they end up on X Factor or different stuff like that. Like last night I was watching that kid who is blind and he played the piano so gorgeous and sing, and his mom was his helper and everything, and I don't think he won, but he went viral overnight because he was everywhere. Good Morning America, Ellen, everywhere. His YouTube channel has millions of views. Like he was a one hit, like he overnight sensation, like that quick. And so it's like people with their disabilities, they can go really far with it. And there's even celebrities who have them. There are people who have speech impediments. There are people who walk weird. There are people who are whatever, but they've used it for their advantage to say, you're not going to control me. I'm going to turn this into some type of business. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out what type of business can I do to help other people. Like I want to do something with my weight. I want to do something with dealing with reading. Like there needs to be more stuff for people that can't read that good. There need to be more courses on that too. The teachers in the schools need to work harder. I know they're doing the best they can, but they can do a little bit harder because mine didn't. I still think that homeschooling is the best thing for you because you get that one-on-one with your mother or your father or your auntie or your uncle or your grandma, whoever is your teacher, or other teachers that are in the community like I got. And that was really where I got most of my help with my reading and why I'm so evolved than other people who have disabilities that are really just stuck in their little bubble. Like I'm outside of my bubble. Like if you met me on the street, you wouldn't even know that I have a disability because I don't carry it like I have one, you know? So you would only have to know me. And like my future girlfriend, she's gonna have to understand that like there are gonna be like some hurdles that I have to go over. Like you might have to pay most of the bills. I mean, I can pay bills, but you might have to like help me with what it's for and be like, okay, this is what we're paying today. This is whatever, just like a structure or a list. And help me with that and then understand that. But at the same time, I'll stay home, I'll clean, I'll vacuum, I'll do whatever, I'll watch the kids, I'll change the diapers, whatever I have to do. And then you go out and bring in the money if that's what you want to do. Or vice versa. If my YouTube is that big enough that you don't have to work and we just put out videos every day, then hey, then that's our job. But if you want to do your career, I'm 100% will support you and follow behind you. Not like a little puppy, but like a supportive husband. Like all these people that marry or fall into love with these rich singers or actors and then they get jealous because there's never home. Boy, you better shut your mouth up and sit there. You get to travel the world and see stuff and live in a nice house. Be quiet. That's so stupid. It's like you loved her when you got with her. You stayed with her for 10 years and then you just I want a divorce. You knew who she was. You were with her for 10 years. And then they just fall off and you never hear from them again, you know, unless they want to put out an tell-all book and destroy their life. Like, no, be quiet. Sit there and whatever your role was in that marriage, stay in that marriage, but don't whine about it to other people because half the time that's what it is. I just was not comfortable. She's never home. It's like, why'd you marry a celebrity then? You should have known she was never going to be home, you know? That made no sense to me. Like if I got in a relationship with a celebrity, right? And we had 2 kids together, or she had kids already and I was stepdad, and then we had our own kid, and she was like actor, singer, whatever she was, right? And I was home all the time. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to lie up there. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to have a nice bed that I like. You know, if I'm the one who gets to decorate the house, sure, please. If she's like, you have at it, I'm not even home. Believe me, I'm going to have some nice stuff in that house. I do not care. Because you go and get to see her when she come home, but you don't need to be like, oh my God, I'm so lonely. Like, please, you got kids. Why are you lonely? You got kids. You got friends. You're in the big groups with other famous people. Go hang out with those dads. Make a dad group. Make a dad YouTube channel. Do something that's fun, you know? Don't sit there and whine about it. And then you want to leave her and then you want to talk crap about her in the media. That's the part I don't like. Like, she changed your life. No one even knew who the heck you were until you got with her. And then you want to whine about it. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong about it. But if I get in a real relationship, she gonna have to understand that, because my last girlfriend, the reason why I think I stayed with her so long was she didn't care that I had a disability, and we didn't judge each other at all for nothing. We just were like helpmates for each other, even though she did a lot of stuff. But at the end of the day, I feel like I can never find someone like that understood me like that, and in a girlfriend role. I mean, I might be able to, but you know, she read stuff for me. She answered my text messages. She helped me pay what bills I needed to pay. I mean, I'm pretty good with bills, but she literally still was like listening to me and heard me and never judged me on it. Not once. Never said you're stupid, you're retarded, nothing like that. It was just, even when we got in fights, she never went that deep, ever. But I never went that deep either. So that part I miss. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if we would have got married like we were trying to, I would have been okay. You know, she was fine with her working, me watching our son and our daughter, and that being the life. Me doing my photography. It's not like I'm being lazy. I would still be working, doing photography, and a stay-at-home dad is still working, because you got to be there, you got to answer phones, you got to pick up the kids, you got to do homework, you got to do all that stuff. But I mean, homework would have been hard for me, but still, everything else I could do. Like, that's not a problem. Like, I do stuff here. Even with my reading issue, like I vacuum, I clean toilets, I do all the stuff I say I don't want to do, I do it. Because it's only fair when you live in a house with family. You got to take care of the house too. But that's besides the point. That relationship is done. We're not even friends. That's how bad it is. And that's not on me, that's on her. She's cut me out completely because I think she's mad at me still. And the only one who suffers is her son, because I still love her son to death and I haven't seen him in 5 years. I'm a sucky uncle because I have not seen him in 5 years. But he still knows who I am because he still watches my YouTube. Shout out to you, Angel. I love you. I miss you. Yeah, he still watches my YouTube and my TikTok. So one day when he gets on social media, we can do a TikTok or something together. Whatever I get to see him. But all right, guys, we're at 22 minutes and I've been rambling. But those are the ins and outs about having a disability and about whoever my future girlfriend is. And to say RIP to the Dalton twins for stopping YouTube. Love you guys. Peace. I got to go clean the floor. All right, peace. I got to go Swiffer and vacuum. Bye-bye.